Good morning, Dr. Harbour, and good morning, peers. Today I will be submitting a video presentation on Teton Grand and the future analysis. We at Teton Grand are looking to hire an intern who can help us analyze our data for future growth and development. My role here at Teton Grand as an instructor is to explain statistical concepts to our intern before running future data. The word statistics is a range of techniques and procedures for analyzing data, interpreting data, displaying data, and making decisions based on that data. In addition to calculated quantities being from a sample or not. However, you will learn some basic concepts to build your foundation for running data. Let's look at significance testing and its purpose, followed by examples that should be learned. The purpose of significant testing is to determine whether some hypothesis is extremely unlikely given observed data. The use of significant testing is to determine whether the null hypothesis should be rejected or retained. The null hypothesis is the default assumption that nothing has happened or changed. For example, say for instance we conducted a survey to find out if the instructors here are committed to a strong and effective education program. The test will follow a normal distribution and value of a scaling term, which means the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis would be rejected if the sample mean is too small. For example, because of the significant level is 0.01, the test method is a one sample t-test. Therefore, you will see the difference between the means variable, the sample size. The null hypothesis has different steps. Step one is to develop a research question. And step two is define the previous research. Then step three is basically construct a hypothesis. Step four, you would test the null hypothesis. Then step five, you will analyze the data and then you will draw a conclusion. The purpose of the confidence intervals, it basically gives an estimated range of values, which is likely to include an unknown population parameter and an estimated range being calculated from a given set of data. The use of the confidence interval level is an infinite number of independent experiments. The proportion of those intervals that contain the true value of a parameter, which will match the confidence level. For example, just say 1 out of 10 of our students here at Teton Grand who is enrolled in the trainings on Saturday, they believe that the course helped them to advance their understanding of environmental health and welfare. Here at Teton Grand, we provide 7 steps that could help our intern with future data analysis. Step 1. These are some steps that the intern could use to help analyze data. Subtract from the sample size 10 minus 1 equals 9. This will give you the degree of freedom. Step 2, you'll subtract the confidence level from number 1, then divide by 2. Step 3, then you will look at the answers to step 4 in 2 degrees of freedom, which is the DF, and basically what equals to 0.025. The results will be 2.262. Step 4, then you would divide your sample standard deviation by the square root of your sample size. In step 5, then you will multiply step 3 by 4 and 2, 6, 2 times the number. Step 6, for the lower end of the range, subtract step 5 from the sample means in step 6. Step 7, then for the upper end of the range, add step 5 to the sample mean. Here at Teton Grand, We're committed to educating our students to observe our test scores, in which they are usually estimated with the following formula, in which the standard deviation of the test scores and the reliability of the test. However, the purpose of this measurement is to show our interns how repeated measures of a person on the same instrument tend to be distributed around his or her true scores. Usually, the true score is always unknown because no measure can be constructed that provides a perfect reflection of the true score. Okay, for example, let's say that one of our male students here from one of our other locations, the Sunny Meadows location, scored an 82 on his final exam. His true score would then be 88, and the error score would be 6. Then, on the other hand, another student at the same Sunny Meadows location scored 100 on her final exam from the same location. Her true score would then be 98, and the error score will read a -2. Then finally, you will add all the error scores and then divide the number of students who are enrolled at Teton Grand, and that is your average amount. By summarizing this, this will help our intern step by step, and it will help Teton Grand basically see what needs to be done for future enrollments with test scores, or if they're gonna open up other training courses in other locations. By helping the intern with this data, they can see what's good, what's a benefit, and what's not a benefit. Thank you.